This Week in the Valley. Our show features people and events that are making a difference where we live, right here in North Missouri. I'm Donna Bell.
And I'm Darren Elizaris. And we have an exciting show for you. Joining us a bit later are Karen Hayden and Rachael Grime with Little Dixie Regional Library, Susan Dublin with the Food Bank, Dorinda Dameron and Norman Schopp with the Randolph County Relay for Life, and Kim Kendrick with another It's Your Money Tip.
It's the first full week of May. The flowers are blooming and the kids are counting down the days to summer vacation. May is also the time we celebrate our mothers. I believe Mother's Day should be one of the most important holidays on earth. I cannot think of a more challenging or rewarding job as being a mother.
There's no getting away from the fact that you owe your life to your mom. If it weren't for her caring for you for up to 9 months, nurturing you as an infant, and offering support from your childhood throughout teenage years and beyond, chances are you would not be the person you are today.
The story of Mother's Day is a story of a firm determination of a daughter, Anna Jarvis, who resolved to pay tribute to her mother, Mrs. Anna M. Jarvis, and all other mothers of the world. Anna Jarvis dedicated her life to fulfill her mother's dream of a day for honoring mothers.
Though never a mother herself, founder of Mother's Day, Anna Jarvis is today recognized as the Mother of Mother's Day, an apt title to define the remarkable woman's ceaseless devotion to her mother and motherhood in general.
Anna Jarvis got the inspiration of celebrating Mother's Day quite early in life. It so happened that one day when Anna was 12 years old, Anna's mother, Mrs. Jarvis, said a class prayer in the presence of her daughter. To conclude the lesson on Mothers of the Bible, Mrs. Jarvis said this small prayer.
I hope that someone, sometime, will found a memorial Mother's Day commemorating her for the matchless service she renders to humanity in every field of life. She is entitled to it.
Anna never forgot this prayer, and at her mother's graveside service, she recalled the prayer and said, "By the grace of God, you shall have that Mother's Day."
Mother's Day provides you with the perfect opportunity to show your mother how much you care for her. It isn't really as much about sending her a card and a bunch of flowers as it is about the effort you put into the occasion that your mom will always appreciate.
In fact, within 9 years when Mother's Day was established, Anna Jarvis saw how commercialized it was becoming and criticized the practice of purchasing greeting cards, which she saw as a sign of being too lazy to write a personal letter.
To all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your day, and thanks for all you do.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Help families spend another Mother's Day with the ones they love. You can help by participating in the 7th annual Run for Her Life Mother's Day Run starting at 9 a.m. on Sunday. All proceeds benefit women and men diagnosed with breast cancer. Register at the address on the screen.
In addition to Mother's Day, the month of May brings the end of the school year. The kids are excited, but how do you keep them from falling backwards in their studies during the summer months?
Our first guest, Little Dixie Regional Library Director Karen Hayden and Young Adult and Adult Services Librarian Rachael Grime have lots of ideas for you. Well, we just finished Library Month in April, and now we're looking towards May and the summer months, and I'm so glad to have Karen and Rachael join us. They are so active and involved and love talking about this, what's happening at the Little Dixie Regional Libraries, and so we're thrilled to have them here, and so welcome to both of you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, good, well, good. We're going to first talk about a little bit about the news with the governor withholding the funds to the library and that being changed here. The beginning was close in April. He changed.
Well, it's the beginning of April. He
released the funds.
To release the funds.
So what does that mean for the libraries?
Well, we basically would have lost about $50,000, and so that will be a nice bonus back into our budget where we can do some of the things that we had planned to do, and we won't have to make any real cuts this year. We're looking at next year, which may be another thing but we have to wait till the governor and the legislature get the budget completed for this year to see how much money they're putting into library programs and that kind of stuff. There's several different programs that they fund, and they come out of different pots. So some get some money, some don't get some money. But one of the biggest pots that we have is what it's called a real appropriation. Mm-hmm. And that helps all of the libraries in Missouri, especially public libraries, help pay for their internet costs. And we know how much internet is being used today, and not everybody can afford the internet from home, so the libraries are there with free internet for everybody. And so when they start cutting our internet money, where we get a little bit worried. And the small libraries, it hurts them much more than it does, you know, it hurts us, but the small libraries, it hurt that much more.
So it was quite a relief whenever we found out that the governor released those funds and that they were available. It's very exciting. So you could breathe a little bit and move on.
Yeah, we can go forward for this year, and I say every year is going to be a new budget, so we have to consider, you know, what they'll do each year. So nothing is set in stone as far as how much they can give us or how much they don't give us. So we just hope we get a good amount that we can use, and you know, we don't depend upon the state funding a whole lot because we are funded by cities and counties and that kind of funding also, but the state money really does come in handy.
Oh, absolutely. And they, you know, they didn't know how important it is to these small libraries and how much it's appreciated.
Oh, yes.
And like you said, the internet is such a big deal, and you know, if you can't afford it, you don't have it at home, how else are you going to find out about jobs or being able, a lot of times you have to apply for jobs online, and if you don't have it, you don't know about it. There's so many advantages to having internet access available.
Especially this time of year when the taxes were being completed and tax forms aren't sent to people anymore. There's no tax forms that you can find at the post office, or we have a few at the library, but for the most part, you have to pull the forms off the internet. And, you know, that's where we come in. You know, people don't think of that. Those forms aren't there anymore, so you have to use the internet.
Absolutely.
When we talked about the community funding, we had a great community outreach where people wrote letters to the governor, wrote letters to our local legislators, and we are really happy that everybody, you know, came out and supported the library, because the library is for everybody. You know, it doesn't matter who you are or anybody.
Young or old,
Absolutely,
there's something there for
every single person.
And it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor.
Yes.
Even. I mean, you know, anybody can use the library.
And if you have a question, there's something at the library that can answer that question, or somebody that can help you find that answer.
Yes.
We're kind of the answer place.
Yes. Yes.
And you do a very good job at that. Well, you also do a very good job at having programs and activities, and so the month of May you have a guest coming in.
We do, absolutely. On Monday, May 18th, we're going to have Kia Persinnen come. She's going to be talking about her newest book, The Unraveling of Mercy Lewis. We've had Kia at the library before, and she did a great program. She used to live in Saudi Arabia, so she did a really great, interesting program about her book then that was called The Ruins of Us. And this is her second book, and she's doing really well. It's selling really well, this new book, and it just came out in April, I think April 10th. And so she's going to come talk about our new book. It takes place in Texas. She used to live in Texas. It takes place in a town with an oil town where they, what are those called? Oil rigs?
Oil rigs,
yes, where they have those. And she talks about, you know, just life and it's teens, and it's kind of a little supernatural. And we've read it in reading group, and the girls have really liked it. So we always have a big turnout for an author. So we encourage everybody to come. It's going to be at 6 o'clock on Monday, May 18th. So we welcome everybody.
Even if you haven't read the book,
Absolutely,
we encourage you to come.
Absolutely.
He's a very nice person to visit with.
Yeah. And it's kind of an interesting way, even if you haven't read the book, that way you can kind of see what it's about. And it's really fun to meet people that have lived, you know, different lives than you have. Because, you know, she's just really neat.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds fascinating.
Yep, everybody's welcome.
Well, and then also, parents are maybe thinking about summer vacations, kids being out of school, and this is a good time to start talking about the summer reading
programs.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. We have programs for children, teens, and adults. So,
and we have programs at each one of our branches. Of course, we have branches at Huntsville, Madison, Paris, and Moberly, and they have different programs at different times. So we create a calendar so that everybody can see, and it's on our website. Our website is www.ldrl.org. And you can go to that site and you'll see where our calendar is and what's happening that week.
So highlight out some of the big things that are going on for the summer with the different age groups. I know you have children and you have teens, different programs for both.
Well, we do have story times and just regular programs, but if you can't come to a program, we also have reading clubs where they can come and read so many books a month. They'll get so many prizes, that kind of stuff. Incentives for reading books. One of them is, our theme this year is
every hero has a story. Yeah. Here's a hero.
You know, we've got little gliders to give away and little bracelets.
Rubber bands. Yep.
Yes. So
So they have to read a certain amount of books in order to win a prize.
and even beach ball. This is a beach ball. I was going to blow it up, but then I decided no, better not blow it up. But anyway, we're going to have lots of things for the kids to do, and the teens. We've got.
We're gonna do a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do a reading club where they can read a number of books and win prizes, and it's all over a superhero theme. But we're gonna have fun programs during the summer too. We're gonna have a kickoff party. We're gonna do Unmasked. We're gonna do a superhero party. We're gonna make superhero hedgehogs out of books. So it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited about that. We're gonna have some cube creations. Have you seen like Minecraft is really big right now? So we're gonna make some Minecraft superheroes. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna have the conservation agent come. And she's going to talk about superhero animals, so animals that you wouldn't necessarily think that are superheroes. So she's going to come talk about those, and we're also going to do a superhero training camp. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna train for some superheroes. So, and those programs are open to everybody. You don't have to, necessarily live in Moberly or Huntsville to come. You're welcome to come, and just have a good time. And our reading clubs are open to everybody too.
We also have programs for the adults if they. Would like to read books for prizes. We have prizes for them. I don't know exactly what our prizes are for this year, but last year we gave away Kindles and different things. So, yeah, it's
very nice.
It's well worth joining. Yeah,
it's fun. We're giving away bicycles this year with the teen program. So I thought that would be fun. So we're gonna do a bicycle. So it'd be fun.
So we're excited about the things that are coming up.
Well, it's so important for children and kids and all ages to read throughout the summer.
Well, and the teachers, they realize that kids lose some of their skills during the summer. So if they can keep them up by reading at the library, that just gets them ready to start in the new school year. So
it's free, it's fun, they meet new friends, it's a great way to meet different people in your community. They win prizes. It kind of keeps them occupied. Reading is a fantastic, literacy rates in the country are always dropping, and so it's very important to keep our minds active and join at the library.
Well, lots of great things going on, lots of great things to do at all the little Dixie regional libraries. So you can find all that information on your website
at ldrl.org or on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Little Dixie Libraries.
Well, very good. Well, Karen, Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, appreciate your enthusiasm. And
we hope to see everybody at the library this summer.
Absolutely.
Come be a superhero.
Thanks, Karen and Rachel. Libraries and the people who work in them can help you find the answer to nearly any question and information about nearly any topic. Visit your local library and see what all they can do for you.
No child should ever go to bed hungry, and you can help. Our next guest, Susan Dublin, is no stranger to CVTV. She is the regional coordinator and the food bank for Central and Northeast Missouri and has information on how you can join the fight to end child hunger. Everyone in Macon County, watch for these blue bags coming in your mail this week. I am pleased to have Susan Dublin back to talk with us a little bit about this 23rd annual event that's taking place this week.
Yes, and the name of this event is NALC, which stands for National Association of Letter Carriers, Stamp Out Hunger. And it is a national event out of Washington, D.C. The letter carriers across the nation will be participating in this event. In our area, the bags are blue, and Macon Atlanta Bank has sponsored the bags this year, and we thank them for that. We thank you for your help and support as well. And you'll find these bags in your mailbox a week before May 9th. So around May 4th, or they may deliver them a little bit earlier than that, the 1st of May or somewhere in that area, the post office will deliver the bags. And then there are instructions on the bag asking you to wait until the morning of May 9th and put your bag out by your mailbox. Also in the bag there will be an envelope. And the envelope asks for donations. If you'd rather put money in instead of food, that's great, because $1 equals 15 pounds with the food banks. So we're always happy to receive some money to help offset all the costs of food in the Macon area. So it's just a wonderful day. Last year was the first time we've done this in Macon for a very long time. And I think the letter carriers did a phenomenal job. We were so happy to work with them. They brought in over 3,000 pounds of food in Macon, and it was the largest food drive that Macon County Ministries has ever received. So we were really proud of all of the people in Macon. It's a wonderful community, and people really come out for this.
Absolutely, and it's so easy.
It is. We try to make it as easy as possible. The bag really helps.
Mm-hmm. So, and you're looking for non-perishable items?
Non-perishable, exactly.
And then, or money, and they can put those bags by their mailbox that morning.
Right by the mailbox on Saturday morning, May 9th. And don't be surprised, it may not all be letter carriers that come and pick them up, because there's so much food that they can't get their job done that day if we don't help them. So there will be volunteers that will be out in cars and picking up these bags all over Macon. So don't be surprised if you see someone, you know, different and think, wait a minute, they just took my food.
So they'll have to have help. So
That's right. That's right.
So is there anything in particular you're looking for? Anything more needed than else, other like canned goods, or are you looking for box goods? Is it something, peanut butter?
I think the pantry's always like, oh, peanut butter is a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Protein's always fabulous. Mm-hmm. Tuna, chicken, anything canned like that. They love protein. And they love all the vegetables, you know, vegetables, fruits, protein. Those are wonderful items to put in there. I think that's always a benefit.
Okay. All right. And it all stays local?
It all stays local. That day, the food goes straight over to Macon County Ministries.
All right.
To the local pantries. That's right.
And then the money is collected?
The money goes to the food bank, and it helps to offset all the food, the 800,000 pounds of food that we gave last year to Macon County, and that's what it goes to help with.
Well, it's a great cause. It's very easy, so please watch for these blue bags, and remember May 9th is the big day. So either money or canned goods, get it in the mail, by the mailbox, and they'll take care of the rest.
That's right. Thank you so much.
All right, Susan, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Susan. What an easy way to pitch in, and with everyone's help, what a difference we can make.
Relay for Life events are life-changing cancer fundraising events that help communities across the globe fight back against cancer. Randolph County Relay for Life event is coming up soon. Dorinda, Dameron, and Norman Schopp have all the details.
I have Dorinda Dameron and Norman Schopp here with Relay for Life, and you are on the committee for the Relay for Life, isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
All right. So when is this big event going to take place?
It's going to take place Friday, May the 29th at 6 p.m. to midnight. It'll be at the Mobley High School. This is our 18th year of doing the 24-hour relay. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, our times are only from 6 to midnight, but there's a lot of work that goes on before 6 starts.
Okay. So there's lots of volunteers that you have out there to help get this put on.
There's lots of volunteers. Gina Molix and Carrie Gettemeyer is the co-chairs for the relay again this year.
Okay. And so I guess, you know, with the survivors, they all get a shirt. Is that right?
Yes, the survivors, we've been kind of working with the survivors since March. In March, we usually have a survivor dinner. And so we start working on getting the survivor shirts at that time. We send out notices to the ones that had previously got them and invite them to the survivor dinner, and also get their orders in for a t-shirt. And then when the t-shirts come in, they'll be delivered there at Arts Appliance. And normally we kind of let everybody know at least a week or so, something like that, before they come in, so that they can have time to go out and get the t-shirt and stuff. But if they can't, they can always pick them up at the relay.
Okay. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that likes to purchase a luminary to, you know, in honor of the people that have, you know, have went on. How can they go about getting that?
Yes, they can pick up a luminary form either at the night of the Relay for Life, or they can go online to Relay for Life of Randolph County, and they can print one off. And on the relay form, it'll ask in the memory of or the honor of. And please make sure that gets filled out properly, and then the person's name. And if you would print, that would help us a lot. And then you can send your luminary forms before the Relay for Life. You could either send them to my wife, Liz Schopp, and her name is on the form. It's at 524 Wentz, Moberly, Missouri. Or they could be emailed to her at neschopp, and that's NESCHOPP, at charter.net. And we can get them, and we'll make out cards and put them on the luminaries. And the luminaries are very impressive. They line the track. And around 9:30 is when we light them up and turn out all the other lights and have the luminary program. It's very impressive.
Okay, what kind of activities is going to be going on?
Well, we'll have the auction. Norm can tell more about the auction than I can.
It's going to be a live auction of donated items, and it'll be going on before the luminary program. And like everybody come out, might find something they need or want, and buy it, and with the donation, and all that money will go toward the Relay for Life.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and you know, if anybody's got anything going on what did we say?
May 29th.
May 29th. They need to come out and support the people that's, you know, going through cancer or have had cancer. Or
Well, there'll be a lot of food out there, so wait and eat supper when you get to the relay. There'll be a lot of teams that'll be selling stuff for food and raffles and different things like that. So even if you can't walk, you can always participate by coming out and buying something, you know, food-wise. Also, we was talking about on the track, there's photo scans all around of cancer survivors in memory of and in honor of. And if you'd like to get your photo or one of your loved ones that was in memory of, contact one of us and we can get you the information of how to get the scan done so that they'll be out there so everyone will be able to see.
And what is the contact number to get a hold of you guys if they need to?
Well, for Gina Monix, it's 660-676-2114. And then my cell is 660-676-6454.
And to get a hold of myself or my wife, Liz Schopp, our phone number is 660-263-1011.
Okay.
We might mention too, there'll also be a blood drive that night. And it's from 4 to 8. And you can actually go on the American Red Cross and actually schedule a time that you want so that you don't have to wait in line out there. You can go on and reserve your time to do the blood drive if you'd like.
Did we mention where this was going to take place at?
At the Mobley High School, and we really like to encourage the survivors to come out like between 5 and 5:30. Kind of gives everybody time to get signed in. We do have a relay banner that we all sign, and each year after year, we find the year, and it's kind of a big thing for a lot of different survivors to put their extra year in there, and they've been doing it for a lot of years. And just like to welcome everybody to come out.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great activity, event, or whatever, and I just think it's for a great cause.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on our show.